Hey Stone Watchers, we're back with a brand new video, and today I have a special guest with me, my very best friend, my sister Michelle Blake.
Hi everyone.
Yes. So I got this topic from my sister. So shout out to my sister, Kicking It with Ivy. Go follow her. But I got this topic from her, and it's called friend tag. So today we're gonna do a friend tag. She came to visit us for a couple of days, all the way from the East Coast, New York, Brooklyn, New York, and so we've been blessed to have her here with us. And so we're gonna ask each other 8 questions. We've written down questions. I didn't see her questions. She didn't see mine, but we're gonna answer each other's questions and our own questions. All right. So we're gonna go back to back. So I'm gonna let you go first. You can ask the first question.
Okay, so I'll ask the first question. So the first question is, how did we meet?
This is funny because that's actually my first question, so that cancels it out. So I'll answer it first. So I'll answer it first. It's so funny. Before I even answer the questions, I did, and I asked her permission if it was okay to discuss this on film. I feel like, our life and the things that we go through should be an example and to help and encourage others. But her and I, we've been friends for over 20-something years. And people want to know whether if, friends go through things, if they break up, if you will, or stop speaking. Mm-hmm. We've been through that a couple of times. And I think the latest one was, for me personally, she'll say it for herself, but for me, it was the most difficult. And I feel like it was difficult because we've grown from certain things. Mm-hmm. And so to have to go through something again, it was like, I'm kind of weary, you know what I mean? But God is so faithful because I made a trip to New York and I did not plan on seeing her. Even though I did text her, I said, well, let me, just send her a text or whatever. And it wasn't what I expected her to say. So I was in my feelings like, well, whatever. But long story short, where I went, she worked and I didn't even know she worked. I didn't know where she worked. I've never been to your job. Mm-hmm. Out of all the years that she's been working, I've never been to her job. I didn't know where it was. And I was led to go see her, and then from there, reconnected, and so I feel like doing this friends tag means a lot. Mm-hmm. So I may cry here and there, whatever. But we did go through something. So I just want to encourage people. You may have a friend that you have for a long time. You go through things personally. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you won't have anything to add to that?
Oh, okay. So like I'll just piggyback off of what she said. So the last situation was very hard, and like she said, it was difficult for her, and it was the same for me, and I felt like indifferent and really hurt and bothered by it, and I was just there like all these years that we were friends, like sisters basically. I don't even want to say friend, like sisters. Yes, and this happened, I was just like, I don't know, I was just really, really hurt. Like I cried. I felt like, what is going on? I felt like, why weren't we on the same page? Right. And how come we've been through other stuff and got through it? And I was just like, I guess this is really the end. So it was like really hard. And the day that she did come to my job, it was just like surprising to me. So when she did reach out to me and told me she was coming to New York, I think because I compartmentalized the situation, it was basically like when she reached out, because I know I try to reach out, and then, she had blocked me. So
I did.
Which she never blocks anyone.
No.
So when she blocked me, it was more so like, wow, like you really blocked me? Like she doesn't block anyone. So this is like really serious. And I was trying to like get answers and try to figure out what was going on. So when she did reach out, it was like, okay, you're coming to New York. And she was just like, it was more so for me. She was like, I'm coming to New York. And I'm like, okay. And it was like she wasn't really saying anything. Like basically, if you want to see me,
I just didn't know how to.
So I was just like,
I just didn't know how to say. I was like, let me just let her know that I'm coming down, but I'm also coming down with Malachi, which is my oldest son, which is her first godson. So just because her and I had an outing, I didn't want that to be part of the kids' narrative, you know what I mean, with her, because I felt like that's a separate situation. So with that being said, I believe the real reason why I did was more so for him, because he has love for you. So I didn't want, like I said before, I didn't want that to intervene with him, but that's why I did. I was like, all right, so I said, what I said was, I'm gonna be in New York, and I'm bringing Malachi with me. So I was like, if I say that, then whatever response she says will let me know where she is. So when she was like, okay, I was like, what? I said, all right, I'm not gonna be in my feelings. It was something. Then I responded back. I was like,
I think you told me
if you wanted to link up or something like that, if you wanted to talk or something, he was like, do you think we have to? What did you say?
Is there anything that we have to talk about? Because I felt
Right.
like.
Because that was shit.
No, because the situation at hand,
like,
I didn't feel like when she blocked me, I felt if you block someone and then you reach out to them, you supposed to come to them like, hey, I know we went through a certain situation and I just wanted to have time to speak to you. And I felt like she was coming off at like, if you want to come talk to me,
but then
let's talk about it. Here you go.
Am I a phone person or am I a face-to-face person?
You're a face-to-face person.
I am. So in my defense, that's why. But I think I was talking to my sister, kicking it with Ivy, saying, you know what, I've learned that even though that's not who I am, if that's what other people prefer or if that's how they communicate, I shouldn't just be stuck in my way. You know what I mean? So I said, I'm learning how to, evolve from that, like not being just a face-to-face type of person and allowing that to just hinder a relationship or, allow it to just continue to be the way it was.
Yeah.
So, I understand that part, but at the same time, in that mind frame, I was like, dang, I know you see me trying to reach out and it's not easy for me. You know what I'm saying? So I already had that notion, I had that attitude. So when I ended up in your area and I saw it, I was like, I really do not want to go over there because I don't think anyone likes rejection. You know what I mean? Like, and for years I've been vulnerable in many, time in my life. So no one wants to be vulnerable. No one wants to be rejected. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? Again, I had to remind myself, it's not about me. It's about Malachi. It's about, you know what I mean? So it made it easier for me to be like, all right, you'll be happy to see him, whether if you don't want to see me or not. Yeah. You know what I mean? And having 12 children, I've learned to like allow it to be for the kids. You know what I'm saying? You know how some people be like, well, what about me? Like, I've never been that type. Like, it's about the kids, it's about the kids. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a dialogue. I feel like this means way more than just a friend tag, but, I'm grateful that, she's over here. She's never been to California. This is her first time in California and her first time visiting, the home and everything. And so now we're going to get to the game, friend tag. So the first question was...
How did we meet?
So for me, it's so funny because it's kind of vivid in a sense. Like, this is what I remember, how we met. My cousin Titi that I grew up with, my cousin Titi brought you over to Vanderbilt, where I lived in Brooklyn, to our house to and to chill with me and my sister Erica. And that's how I think he was in high school. He was in high school at the time. He wasn't even in 292 because we were in high school. At that time you was in high school. Yeah,
because I was 15. It was because remember you did
the
my
yellow
hair.
Pants.
Yeah, but you did my hair.
Yeah.
You was doing my hair for my birthday. That's when they had the we're gonna reveal our age. But they had the hairstyle that was very popular. It was like, what was it called? The train tracks? Or like you put a rubber band here and then you make another...
The for bang bang knots, I think it was called.
I don't know, but it all like connected to one another or whatever. Yeah. But she did my hair and we were all there. Yeah.
That's when I used to do hair. Like, yeah. Oh, wow. So it was for me to do your hair. She brought you over for me to do your hair.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I do remember always doing your hair. doing TT hair and
Yes,
everybody else's
yes.
hair, whatever. But yeah, but I remember you coming over and we used to just chill, watch movies. We used to watch what soap opera.
Passion. What is it called?
Passions
or whatever.
We used to watch that. Yeah.
Yep.
So I remember that. So yeah. So
That's
yeah, that
how
was
we
around
met.
the time. That's how we met. We were 15 years old. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna say the next one. Don't be looking at her. She cheating. What was your first impression of me?
Okay, so, oh my gosh, it wasn't a bad impression because I met all of y'all together. So it was just like, yeah. So it was just like, oh my gosh, like you're getting to know someone. They're fun. They're Hispanic. You know, I'm Hispanic. You know, so it was just like really chill. It was just relaxing. So it was like a good feeling. Like, oh, I finally get to meet TT cousin that you always talk about. And then it's like, oh, wow, they're real dope and fun and everything. So it was a good impression.
For me, I would say first impression of her, she was freaking hilarious, outgoing, said what was on her mind. She was down for whatever. And I love that. And she was very I know he's annoying. My husband is behind the camera. He's making faces, y'all. So if you see us laughing and trying to compose ourselves, it's because of that. But I would say she was very down to earth, and that's what And she's to me, you're still like that to this day. But that was my first impression, like very bubbly and like vibrant and big. You know what I'm saying? So that was my first impression.
Okay. Next question.
Look, I'm cheating.
What was one experience that we both shared at the same time?
Man, we had a lot of experience. Well,
yes, you have to say yes.
Okay, for me, I would say coming to Jesus at the same time. You're going to say the same thing, right?
Yes, go ahead.
I would say coming to God at the same time. It's so funny because it was as if our relationship had a rebirth as well.
Yeah.
When we did,
Absolutely.
So for me, that was I think that solidified the sister bond between her and I. Because we literally got saved around the same time. When I got baptized, she was there for me, and when she got baptized, I was there for her. And at that time, we went to two different churches. And then after a while, she started going to our church. But
I don't think I was going to church.
I don't know if you just
went
remember, but
back
you used
to
to
my old church that I was raised in to get baptized. Remember in East New York?
I thought you were going to that. Okay.
No.
Also, you just went to get baptized.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then we would study together, like hard. Like we was in that word hard. With our books, with the questions. You know what I'm saying? We would pray. We would fast together. So, man, that was the most. It was so funny because even after that, like, I don't know. Well, people that have been walking with Christ, you know that there's different levels and different stages. And I remember it was a period of time where her and I had to separate. Yeah. Because God had different, ministries and journeys, with us. And that was so heartbreaking for me. Like, I cried. Like, I thought she was going to be with me forever. And even in the moment, I'm like, dang, we can never be friends. But that wasn't the case. Yeah. It was just, because we was literally together every day. But she didn't live with me. She had her own place. Like, you know what I mean? But, so that was the most memorable moment, I would say.
So I have to answer that?
Yeah, because you might have like different.
It was the same for me and the experience coming to God. And I remember like the conversation that we had. I was like commuting on the bus, I remember. And I was going somewhere and I was going through a heart break with a guy. And I was just like, I'm just tired. And we just talking on the phone. I'm like, I just can't do this. Like, I need my life to be different. And then we was just talking about it. And then after that, she told me like her experience and then her going to church and then her husband getting saved and everything. And then it was just like we connected on a different level, like she said. And it was amazing. I can't even like, I wish I could articulate like the feeling, like the things that we were doing together and like the praying, like the fasting and being just very strong in the word. Like, it was a whole different, like, you know how it talks about in the word. I was talking about in the word, like, you know, when your brother and sister, like, if they're like going through something, you take on their burden and everything. We literally did that. Like when we were going through stuff, we were there for one another. It was just like we had each other back. Her husband too, and then she had her children. It was just like
she was there for
amazing,
all everything.
Yeah. So everything. that was amazing.
I thank God for that. Mm-hmm. That
was training.
Definitely. So that was your question or mine?
That was mine.
Okay. What's your favorite memory? Look, that's the same kind of thing, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
But I have another memory that I love. That one was the first one. The other memory that I have, because as I mentioned, she's hilarious. And I don't know if she remembered this or not, but remember we went to, back then she used to, you know, come to my shows when I danced. Because I was in a dance group called 730. And I had a show, and you came to go see me. But on the ride back to Brooklyn, we were dancing, and you know, on the trains they had the poles, and it was old.
I know what you're talking about.
It was an old.
I know what you're talking about. I remember.
Mind you, we didn't even drink or smoke at that time. Like, we didn't do that. So we was just high off of life, and there was an old guy there, and she was on the phone, and she like dropped it low. She was like, Iris was like, gang. And usually when somebody look at you, you be like, oh my God, he's looking at me. No. She stared at the old guy, was like, gang. It's like, yo, she is.
That I
could not almost be, that day.
I remember that day. My cheeks hurt.
So funny.
I definitely remember that day.
Oh my God, it's mad. I got mad funny times when we went to the club one time too.
When?
And I don't go to clubs. She dragged me.
Oh, okay.
When we went with
Trees, Kamisha. Yeah, I have that picture too.
Yeah, so she took me because again I don't. My mother was coaching, right? Like, make you look pretty. I'm like, I don't feel like going.
I remember.
Yo, she did this all the time, but I was playing. She did it in the club, singing a freaking song. She don't know the words. Acting like she's singing. She like. Yo, what she doing?
I remember that. Yes. Hey, here's a trick, guys. If you don't know how the words of the song, just say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, because it looks like you're really saying it.
Say it.
Don't it look like it?
Yes, that's what she used to do. I used to cry. So that's part of, you know, the fun and wonderful things that I used to love about her. Like, she did not care if anybody was looking. She was doing it. She didn't care. So, yeah, those are the fun memories. It's your turn.
Oh, dang, yeah.
Kind of similar
What is an obstacle that we have overcome?
Well, I just kind of just said that, but Lord have mercy, I hated when she used to get mad, like, no.
And shut down.
Oh my gosh. I would have to go all the way. I said, I have to go to her house because she's trying to, like, not talking. And then it'll be a whole different story when she see me. And be like, I knew you was coming. No, you wanted me to come. That's what that was. I hated that. So I think I had to learn. I had to learn that was a part of her at that time.
Yeah. And
just keep on showing her what love is, because love is unconditional. Love is, you know, patience. Love is kind. And my love shouldn't measure out because you love me or continue to do the things that I like. So that was practice in a friendship. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that you kind of practice in a relationship with a partner. But, you know, in a friendship, I learned that that's what, you know, it's so funny. Doing it, you don't realize that's what that is. Yeah. But, like, on the outside, after that all happened, that's what it was. So for me, that was that. So what would you say on your end?
What is an obstacle?
Oh, I know something that you said you ain't like about me.
What?
Like, I was really, really strong and straightforward. Or something.
Okay,
like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember you saying that.
She was very...
cutthroat, like
cutthroat, and I'm like, dang, like, dude, I remember sometimes, like, even like when we came to God, and I'm like, but it's like I don't know, because I love that about you, but I think it was like a point, like, dang. All right, I know she's gonna give me the word back, but like, she gonna suffer me. Like, my heart is hurting right now.
Yeah,
like, if I'm going through something, I'm like, my heart is hurting. Can she just say what I want to hear? But I know she has to like feed the word back to me. But it was hard until I really was like, why would you want her to just tell you anything? Like, she has to tell you the word. Like,
but you know what? I'm glad that you was very verbal about how you felt about it, because of that, I learned how to speak differently. Like, I learned how to have compassion in those moments. Like, because you were my friend and sister, I'm like, okay, I shouldn't care if you're feeling some type of way, because I know if I tell you the truth, you'll be taken out of it at that time. But you and I are not the same. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe I operate like that, but you don't necessarily don't operate that way. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? It's bothering her. Okay, she's all right. Iris, mourn with her. Okay, she's sad. Be sad with her. Iris, if you were sad, well, how would you want, you know what I mean, to be spoken to? What words would free you as opposed to keep you in bondage? Yeah. So I had to learn how to do that. So I felt like that was valid. I felt like you was right for telling me that, because again, we should be open to change. It shouldn't be that way. But I remember you did saying, I just don't like telling you stuff because I know you're telling me the truth, but I don't want to hear it at the time. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, it was hard.
But the word does say to speak the truth in love. So I learned how to speak differently.
Your turn.
Let me say. Oh, this one is fun. Describe each other in one word.
I would describe you as pure.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't want to say one word, but yeah. And when I say that, meaning like I've been there, seeing how much you endured and everything like you've been through, and it's like you just come out like pure gold, and it's like amazing, and I'm like, I love that so much. Like, it made me feel like, oh, if I go through something like, I'll be able to like face it and conquer it, and it's just like amazing. So I would definitely say like pure.
That's crazy. Oh, thank you.
No.
For me, I would say bubbly. And that's like if I was to choose a word, but it's so many other words that attach that. The reason I would say bubbly, because we all need a vibrant person in their life. You know what I mean? And I feel like you bring the sunshine, like you bring the colors. You bring colors to people's lives. You know what I mean? When they're going through, you walk through with them. You're very sensitive to people's issues and concerns and things like that. But at the same time, you bring life to them and you make them laugh. And I love that about you. Like, you're very bubbly. And so that's one word I would describe you as, very bubbly. Yeah. All right, it's your turn.
What is your favorite movie?
Mine? We're supposed to say from each other.
What?
And I just told you too. I said that's one of my favorite movies. Dang, I used to know your favorite movie.
Coming to America.
Oh, you just said it. Mine was Jason's Lyrics.
I've never seen Jason's Lyrics. Jason's Lyrics? But you just seen Jason's Lyrics.
No.
Wait, no, which one did you just see?
Poetic Justice.
Oh my gosh. How can you just see Poetic? Come on, how you gonna just...
Really?
How you just gonna see Poetic Justice?
So did you see, what's that other one?
You can't remember it.
What's that one, babe? With, what's his name?
With who?
With Nia Long. I think that was one of her first movies.
I didn't even see it. Wait,
exactly.
No, Love Jones. I've just seen Love Jones, but remember I saw The Bodyguard last year for the first time. Okay.
And Love Jones?
Love Jones
you just saw
last year, too.
See?
Yeah, Love Jones last year.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can't get on me about that.
I'm sorry. Dang. Strict house.
All right. Ooh. What's my middle name?
Something with a B?
No.
No. What is it?
If I say
No,
it,
don't tell
you're
me.
gonna know it.
Don't tell me.
She used to make me say my maiden name over and over again. You even said you was gonna name your child my last name. So we had conversations about our names, and I it's so funny when I wrote down this question. I was like, "Dang, but what's her middle name?" I said, "Oh, I remember."
No, that's not fair. All right, tell me mine first.
You know, at first I thought it was Chloe, but you said you liked the name Chloe.
Definitely
at
Chloe.
first, long, but it's Alexander.
Alexandra. She said Alexander. Look,
Alexandra.
Wait. How could? What is it?
Toast. Mariana.
Oh, yes, I
Remember
love it.
Edith,
Yes.
Mariana, Avellana. She used to make me say my name over and over and over again. She said, I'm going to name my daughter Avellana. I'm like,
Yes, remember I used to say that?
like, why?
Well, partly because your father. But shoot my shot. No, I'm playing.
Shoot up.
Joking.
I'm done.
So what's the next one? What have you learned about love?
What I learned about, ooh, child,
Things are gonna get easier. That's true. Love, things get easier after time.
After a while.
Go ahead.
So what I learned about love, to me, I would say love is very weighty. There's different textures, there's different elements to love. I feel like it's very imperative to learn and to know about the different elements of love. The reason why I say that, because it will help you in life, period. Because love conquers all, right? So what does that mean? It's not materialistic. It's nothing that, okay, because you do this for me, I'm going to love you. No. It's literally what the word said love is. You know, patience, kind, long-suffering, you know, things like that. So, husband is shaking his head and being annoyed behind the camera, getting on my nerves. But anyway, what I learned about love is a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's very beautiful. And it takes work. To understand it, to operate in it, you know. So, yeah. And I'm still learning. So.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty.
How about you?
Ooh, what I have learned about love.
Love.
Oh, well, what I have learned about, I don't want to say that because I feel as though I haven't fully experienced, well, I can't say that, like, what's God's love from friends
First
and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if it was romantic, like love, I don't think I fully experienced it until now, where I'm at in my life. And
well, there's different types. There's agape. What is it?
Yeah, agape. Something with the E.
What is it? How you say not philatio? I'm not cutting.
I'm sorry.
What is it?
You can say.
What is it, babe?
I'm glad she said it, not me. But I know something.
Phileo.
Phileo. It's something with an E too.
It's phileo.
Eros.
Yeah.
He's telling us the answers.
Yeah, because
let's be honest.
He telling us.
Right.
So agape, phileo, and
I'm making sure I don't say that. It's only those three?
Yeah.
Okay, so
because it's brotherly love.
Yeah, that's phileo. Phileo is brotherly love, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Agape is
unconditional
love. And then
my husband wants to crack up. Laugh, babe.
I'm glad she said it, not me. Because
you thought it.
No, I wasn't going to say it though, because no.
You're like, no, that's not that. Oh well. We all make mistakes.
But you know, there's different types, like you were saying, different type of loves. So you know, like she said, I'm still learning, and
next question.
Next question. It's your turn.
All right. What are my strengths and my weaknesses?
Oh, strength. You have a lot of strengths. Oh, very strong. You're very strong. That's a good thing.
No, I'm just no.
No, that's a.
I'm just saying that because it's like, dang. I feel like for a person to see your strength, you have to really have been like gone through a lot of stuff. Because how would you know someone is strong? So that's the only reason I'm like,
Yeah, but it's like you do it so effortlessly,
to
like,
God be all the glory.
and you know,
Mm,
you just.
it's nothing but a number.
I honestly know, like, I honestly, this time I'm like, yo, she is so strong. Like, I'll be sitting there like, wow, like, this is amazing. She has 12 children. 12 children. Like, that's amazing on its own. Like, when when I tell people, I say, like, with pride, like, yo, yeah, she has 12 children. Like, how old is she? Like, she's 36. Like, isn't that dope? Because that's something people used to do back in the days.
Right.
You know, like, you don't, it's not heard of, like, now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like she has 12 children. They're all in line with God. Her husband, they don't, you know, respectful. So you're like very strong. A strong prayer life, which I think is like amazing. Like when you talk about move mountains, like I feel like when you pray, the mountain is just moving. Like you just see it moving, you feel it.
It's funny you said that because that's how I feel about with your prayer. And you can ask her, when we get together, what do I say? Can you pray? Can you pray? I feel like her prayers is, you can feel the vibration, like things change.
No, we're going to argue. We're going to have to argue on this because, no. Iris, like, she's going to... She's gonna, when she say like, can you lift me up in prayer? She's gonna lift you up in prayer. Like she's going to do that. Like seriously speaking, and I love that. Like you're very.
I never see myself like that. I'm dead serious. Yeah, I always tell either you when you're around or my husband to pray. I'm dead serious.
No.
Wow. Well, let's see. I learned something.
I don't. Weakness.
I know. I can see mine.
What is it?
My own. And the reason why, because I'm very humble. I want to, get better. So I would say, the way I care for people. I think sometimes I do it too much, or I humble myself too low. I would say that's a weakness. Yeah, and then of course with my kids, like them getting older, and that's like real sensitive and emotional. That's probably with other parents too, but yeah.
So like thinking about them leaving home and stuff, you like...
Yeah, that, and then like when they go through things in school or with people, and that's real tough for me to endure. Nobody want to see their kids, go through anything, but I know that it's for their good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's tough to go through. I don't know nobody think about that, right?
No.
Yeah, no, but yeah. Mhm.
I definitely don't see it that way. She's a woman who wears many hats. Like, no, seriously. Like, I've seen you get up early and do, like, all the girls' hair. Like, all right, this person, next. When you get this, get that, next. Oh, y'all ready, boys? And then get out by a certain time. Have your husband ready, like, stuff like that. So it's kind of, I don't see that. Like, strong.
To God be all the glory.
Like Superwoman.
You know what a strength I say is yours? Forgiving. You.
Okay, I can agree to that.
The level of way you forgive people, how quick you forgive people, and then you don't.
Weakness, though. Some people would think that's a weakness.
That's a strength. Do you know how hard? You know how good it is on your part that you're able to do that. And look, that's such an example to me. Like the way someone could offend you or have done something to offend you, and you look at it in a different way, then you don't even, how some people, I forgive you, but then they still, you don't even do that. Like I wish you well, like, and you mean it.
Yeah.
Do you need anything? You're good. Like, but that person just played you. Like that, I think is a beautiful thing, and then the other thing I love is you love to empower other women. And help them on their journey and things like that. So I feel like that's a definite strength of giving people, and lending a helping hand. It's so funny. Now I wouldn't even know what a weakness would be, But what it was before was the thing I've mentioned earlier, like you closing up when you're going through something.
Definitely.
That's what I would have said. But you've been talking to people that you did was closed. You know what I mean? So I don't think you deal with that anymore, which is a blessing. So
I think that part of closing up was, I feel like I got that from like my father. Like, you know, when you grow up in certain things, like my father, there's times like he wouldn't speak to like someone in the household
so you
at
picked that
all.
up.
Yeah, so I feel like knowing certain things from your parents and stuff, you have to be the one to like break that or whatever. So I think when I feel like I'm going to shut down, I try to like communicate and just say like,
So do the opposite.
Yeah, because I don't want to be that way. Like for doing it for so long since I was younger, like I don't want to be that way. So it's like, all right, I could just tell a person like, you know, I'll speak to you later, or like, you know, I don't feel comfortable right now, or like just give me like a few and I'll get back to you or whatever. That's something that you have to like try to do like.
But you got to know that it was an issue first.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people don't see the issues and they be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's beautiful that you was able to see it and like, you know what, I don't like it. Let me do something
and then
about
I'll pray like, God, like I don't want to be this way. Like help me with this. Like I don't want to be that way. So
I wouldn't say that there's a weakness right now, really.
Yeah.
But that was it. So that's what I would have said. It's your turn.
What is your favorite sport?
You should already know.
Dancing.
I know yours.
Dancing.
Well, that is a sport. I thought you meant sport, like doing. Because you know I used to do sports.
Track? You don't really run.
I was on a team and everything.
See,
shut up. But that was from modern though. But track, I mean, I thought I was going to be in the Olympics. That's how serious I was.
That's real.
But I love football. I love playing football. She likes basketball.
Yeah, basketball. Football.
She's into that. But I used to like playing football. I didn't like watching football. I used to like playing football. So that was my favorite sport to play. They used to call me Green Bay.
Green Bay?
I don't know. Yeah, in junior high school, I used to play football with the boys.
It's a corny junior high school you went to.
She hated because she went to 292. I went to Gersh.
Yeah, but
she hated
I was on the step team and we always beat your
sport
step
is
team.
No. We didn't have a step team.
Yes, you guys did.
Well, if we did, I didn't know.
Exactly. My point, exactly.
Well, I
Yes, we used to go to your...
was lit.
How?
My school was lit.
How?
And we have the gifted program.
I was supposed to
you should have came.
Yeah, but I want to follow Terry, and I want to go to 292. I should have went to Gersh.
You should have.
The challenge program, that's what it was called, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was popping.
Yes, I remember.
We used to have school dances and everything. Gersh was lit.
Dang.
You know how people have reunions for high school? No. I have a junior high school reunion. Yeah. Well, you had one.
Yeah, we had it 2 times. See?
We ain't had none yet.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why 292
I'm
is
gonna
better.
I'm gonna do it. I'm supposed to do it. I was supposed to do it last year, but Corona said.
Oh yeah.
No.
Going to up. Coronavirus. What the Cardi B said? This wasn't happening. But it's gonna open up again.
Yeah, it will. So we'll have that. So it's my turn. What do you admire most about me?
Your love that you have.
I have love, girl.
You have love.
I have love on my mind. I'll say
wait.
Oh.
That's what I was saying. Your love for God and the word and like teaching the word and like how you love like learning new things about the word, and you're very so like how people are envious of people, you're not like that. Or you
love celebrating people.
Love you've been like that since we were younger.
Like almost in tears.
Like happy, like if you was doing hair and you know somebody was gonna be happy with it, you're like, yo, look at yourself, like look at you, like you love doing their hair, you love like someone be happy, like oh it's your birthday, like really celebrating them and like really genuinely being happy for them. So I like totally like admire that. Like, it's amazing.
What I admire about you, I love your fashion sense. I love it. I know you probably don't see much of it or whatever, but you have a gift. You do. I think you're, I don't know how to say this. I admire, because that's something that I'm not. That probably, my husband would say that would be my weakness. Budgeting and stuff like that.
I'm
He would say that's my weakness.
Really?
Budgeting and, yeah, like I feel like you're really organized in that. Financially, yeah. How would you say that? Financially aware, or you're good in finances?
You trying to look for him? You not gonna give us the answer?
He not. He looking at it. But yeah, I feel like I admire that. I love how, I don't know if you do it now, but I admire back then when you used to give clothes to Nicaragua in the barrel.
Oh yeah, I still
do
just
that?
gave some to my mother. Yeah.
Yeah, like I never knew anyone else that do something like that. And you've been doing that since you was young, like since you was 15. And I thought that was beautiful. I loved it. I'm like, wow, you give away clothes like in a barrel to, you know, the country that she came from. So I love that you think about others, and it's not. And it's so funny because people are so superficial. Like they'll look at you on the outside. And they will perceive something totally different from who you are. And I feel like she has a big, genuine heart. And, you know, I ride for you. If anybody try to say anything, I'm like, no, but that's not what it is. You know what I mean? And you're very focused and focused and driven. When you want to accomplish something, you do it. You know what I'm saying? And you plan, and you set. So you're very organized. And I admire that. So, yeah. I definitely admire that about you. You be a Delton girl.
Delton? Oh, so I don't have any more, because remember we had the same thing. I see the last one.
What is it? What would you do with your best friend? All right, what would you do with your best friend if you won the jackpot? I have some good questions. You can't front.
You have some good ones. What would I do?
Yeah.
Give her my best friend money. We're going on a trip. We gotta go on a trip.
Yeah, we've never gone.
We have to.
Yeah, and I got my passport now. So
yeah, we have to go on a trip.
Yeah.
We definitely gonna go on a trip.
I already know what I want to do, so I want to hear what you're gonna laugh. But yeah.
What you want to do? I
will pay her to live with me.
Yo, she's serious. Look, get out.
No.
She want me to stay. If
I won the jackpot, I would be like, okay, tell me your salary. What do you want you know what I'm saying? Every week, how we doing this? This is your room. If we have to move to a bigger house, to have a house in the back so you can have your separate stuff, doing that. But I would pay for her to live with me because I just love that experience. And I don't think.
Well, we had that experience. Remember, like, we was.
If I needed help with anything, she was there. If she needed help with anything, she was there. I was there. Like, it was perfect. It was perfect. Yeah. But it's so funny because you were single at that time. But now, you know what I'm saying? So, and I think that's what God was telling me. Like, okay, but, you know, she has to have. Like, your aspirations and your dreams didn't, you know, fit with that. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to do your own thing. And I had to be like, oh, okay. So I had to let you go in that way. Yeah. But that's what I would do. Definitely I would do. So that was the last of our questions. I enjoyed it. Did you like the questions?
Yes.
I did.
She had better questions.
But no, but you had great answers though.
She had great answers. She knows she had better questions. No, but you had great answers. I did. That's her being humble right there. Yeah, but you had, I know I did, but you had great answers. I can't.
Oh my goodness. So I enjoyed this time. And I appreciate you doing this with me, coming on the Storm Family. So once again, this is my best friend, my sister, Michaela Michelle. And he's a hater from the Himalaya.
Seriously.
Like, yeah. The cameraman is hating back here in these streets. It's all right. But I want to say thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, if you're new to our channel, The Storm Family, please subscribe and press the bell for more notifications so that when we upload new videos, you'll be notified. Thank you guys. Shalom.
Check me. Stormy.
Something you need to know about the mastermind in order
Mastermind
to
music.
understand the overall concept and apply it to achieve success.
Brooklyn, New York, Brooklyn, New York.
Best lie, do or die. Best lie, do or die.
Brooklyn, New York, Brooklyn, New York.
Best lie, do or die. Best lie, do or die.
Whole world without a plan is just sinking sand. People front for the gram, I don't understand. Now they calling on the storm here to shake the land. Keep my faith on 100, I don't need a pen. Whole world without a plan is just sinking sand. People front for the gram, I don't understand. Now they calling on the storm here to shake the land. Keep my faith on 100, I don't need a pen. Hate me or love me, I'm going nutty, 100 grand. Good or the ugly is two sides to every man. The beast you feed is the one that's mostly to take the stand. Practice is perfect, I'm armored up like Iron Man. Filled with purpose, the universe is a soul circus. I know you heard it, the way it's worded, your soul service. No entertainment, just blame it all on the holy raiment. Can't explain the frame it, my picture's golden painted. Ease up, but don't freeze up. Make sure you slow it down so these clowns keep up. Eat enough is eat enough to speak up. We freeze up in Yeshua, we trust. The blood of Jesus for the believer, no deceit.